My name is Phoebe Weinberg. My travel agency is Great Ways Travel. I'm 83 years of age, and what do I love most about travel? Sharing it. Just sharing my knowledge with not only clients, but with fellow advisors, people that I care about.
Phoebe Weinberg is a trendsetter. Back in the 1970s, she loved raising a family, but also wanted to build a business.
And most women, it didn't work then. And I have never really liked to cook, and I just said, I'm never going to stay home and bake cherry pies. And so, I waited until the children were in school, and then basically started my travel agency.
She chose travel because it chose her at an early age.
My parents loved travel. So I got my first passport when I was about 8. Their whole mantra, I guess you would say, was just to expose us to the world. I'll never forget one year we went to Haiti and went to a voodoo ceremony. My father, yes, an honest to God voodoo ceremony. So we just had lots of Europe and Africa and Asia.
A childhood trip to Africa sparked a lifelong interest. She's visited the continent 89 times and counting.
89, yeah. I've always had a passion for Africa. I have a passion for wildlife, for conservation. And I do think it is the singular, most wonderful trip that you can take with the people you love most in the world. It's very bonding.
Weinberg has become one of the world's foremost travel specialists on Africa. The vast majority of her trips are not vacations, they're research.
Usually I go twice a year and sometimes 3. It's not fun. I mean, it's one night or max 2 per camp. But meanwhile, I'm seeing and I'm observing, and as I say, the ranges are such an integral part of the experience. As well as the accommodation, the cuisine, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think that this is one of the most important things because everything looks wonderful online. So I think the dissemination of information by a travel advisor who knows what they're talking about, more often than not from personal visits, makes all the difference in the world.
Weinberg and Great Ways Travel joined Virtuoso, the world's preeminent luxury travel network, in 1990, and she first met Virtuoso's CEO, Matthew Upchurch, in 1991.
He was young, and he had a passion as well as the foresight for the future. I've never met anybody who thinks so futuristically. Matthew's always one step ahead of the game. And at that point, Virtuoso had cruises, they had on-sites, they had tours. And I said, why don't we do hotels? We kind of sketched it out on a cocktail napkin, that we would go to preferred hotels. And they kind of wanted to hear what we as advisors felt about their product and how they could make it better. I remember that in the early stages, some of us would speak to the hoteliers. And I can remember my pet peeve has always been slippers, because inevitably in a hotel there's size 11 slippers. There's never a size 7 or 8.
There is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to travel. Virtuoso's worldwide network gave Weinberg the ability to create and manage one-of-a-kind experiences for all kinds of clients.
It means the world, because there's someone that you can go to on behalf of a client, and you know that the client across the ocean is going to be so well taken care of, like a family. It changes your business. Totally changes your business model because of the accessibility to experts in whatever field it is, the supplier side, a cruise thing, a hotel, and for the friendships and relationships, which I say is, it's amazing to me that that we can share so much, without giving away any trade secrets. It's that kind of organization.
Weinberg's reputation in the industry grew along with her business. She's won countless awards, including the prestigious Ruby of Siam, for elevating Virtuoso's worldwide reputation. Condé Nast Traveler has recognized her for more than 2 decades as one of the world's top African specialists.
I love what I do, and I love sharing it with clients, with friends, with other advisors. I just love what I do, sharing my knowledge, sharing my thoughts. Very, very blunt and candid. I always tell that, You know, some people come in with preconceived ideas about what they want to do or see. And if I don't agree with them, I tell them that by nature I'm candid, but this is why I think this would be a better fit or what have you. So I just love what I do.
As the world gets smaller and social media travel videos, advertisements, and influencer recommendations are everywhere, Weinberg says the insight of an experienced travel advisor who has been there and done that is more important than ever.
So I can see how people do feel that they might have a concept about something that they want to go and visit or stay, but oftentimes, you know, having been there, it's not as advertised is what I say.
A relatively new travel trend is the explosive growth in multi-generational or skip-gen travel. Designing trips that deliver a memorable experience for every family member is a challenge that Weinberg loves to embrace.
There's nothing better than traveling with your family. And I think it's fascinating. Is that now everybody takes their family from infancy practically, which they didn't used to do, because of this desire in this world of ours to even share more together.
Weinberg inherited a love of travel from her parents and has spent a lifetime sharing that love with others.
Our motto or philosophy has always been to exceed, not just meet expectations, and that has never wavered, ever. It is all about experience. And as I say, savoring every minute of it, because life's short when all is said and done, so you really want to grab the brass ring and enjoy.